Okay, by the edge of the sword, Heroes and Kings, Battle of Coquerel, 1364, French versus Navarrese. This is the battle that the French commander Du Guesclin won. This is some interim commentary. So we are at the very top of turn 5 of 7, so we are definitely on the backside now. And I definitely, as I was cleaning up from the end of turn 4, going through, you know, actually a number of units recovered from fatigue. At least one unit recovered condition or recovered morale. Although I like that they don't call it morale in this game, frankly, but it is morale. It is unit. They recovered their fighting spirit and cohesion. Okay. As I was cleaning up at the end of turn 4 last time I sat down here to play, I was looking over the battlefield and thinking, wow, it's definitely some things to say now, because I have definitely gotten deeper into a battle in, I think I've gotten deeper than I ever have before, maybe by a little bit, than I ever have before with this system, Solitaire. Definitely some things emerge. Let me first of all say, like I did, it was a mistake for me to keep testing the system by just going in 1 or 2 or even 3 turns, especially if it was 3 turns of like a 10-turn battle. So basically, if I was only going about a quarter ways into a battle to test the system, it was definitely misleading to see how the game plays, how the design plays out in that early phase versus a mid-game, let alone I've not gotten to the deep game yet, or the far game, the late game, but I've definitely just about gotten through mid-game here, I believe. And wow, okay, things are a little different. Not as I had seen before. I'm not seeing things now the same way I did before. On the one hand, and then on the other hand, so on the one hand, I really want to say it's a great system. But on the other hand, of course, as I've said before, what I would prefer, I would prefer various things. But those are just preferences. And so like I said in a video recently, if you come to this system wanting one or more of your favorite things, one or more of your preferences, then I think there's a good chance you might be disappointed. But if you come to it as it is, just accept it as it is, then it's like, certainly worth the money for sure. Although I value it very low, it is great to look at, and there's no sensory inhibitors, and I don't just mean visually, so tactilely. This European size of counter, it is really nice. Even though I've said before I prefer half-inch counters for a certain reason. Let's just set that aside. This European size, which looks closer to probably 5/8, is a very. This is about Panzer Grenadier chit size, but yeah, okay, I have to admit it is really easy. I mean, it's the smallest size counter that I've gotten a good amount of experience with. The smallest size counter that is still usable as far as information transmission. Well, yeah, I guess smallest. No, what am I saying? Yeah, I guess it's the smallest size to get the balance of everything. Now, when I say balance, that includes manipulating with fingertips. So I don't exactly consider it a must for that, but I'll just say it anyways. It kind of is ideal all around counter size. Now let's go on to losses. looking at the battle, I mean, there are, through the first 4 full turns, there are a lot of units getting fatigued, which, by the way, makes, I mean, I have no issue with it. It actually, I like that units become fatigued, I guess, at the rate that they do. I really have no issue. And what am I emphasizing? What I'm emphasizing here is that I'm not really looking for the designer to only model absolute exhaustion. That's not what this is, by the way. This is fatigue. This is less effective. I mean, it's more than just. It's more than just. Yeah, it's more than just a little tired, but it's definitely not, completely exhausted. So it's somewhere in the middle, which is good. I like, and no issue. But in game terms, fatigue means what about, and this is a really rough thing, your units are about a quarter less effective. They drop about 25%, and that's a really rough estimate. But if 75% of your army is at 75% strength, I now see how that's significant enough to make, I guess, just the right amount of effect. There's a lot of design for effect, obviously. Obviously, this is a design for effect approach here, and that part seems to work. Losses, straight up losses, though, I mean, there's been a fair amount of discouragement, some routing, but there's not a single unit killed yet. So do I have a problem with that? I really don't. I like that you, as, I guess, the commander here, field commander, army commander, you're not just thinking in terms of, okay, how do I wipe out this enemy army? How do I just, well, even the term destroy can have some different meanings, but you're not thinking in terms of eliminating the army. I don't think you are. I think you are thinking more in terms of, okay, get, I guess, broad-based degradation. In other words, I think pummel each enemy banner and then look for an opportunity for where you might break through and maybe eliminate one banner. And probably the battle's over by now, I'm just guessing. And that's okay with me. It's really okay with me. I guess I'm emphasizing that because how do I explain it? That just comports with my view of fighting, my view of soldiering, and that includes my view of medieval battle. This is late medieval battle, but late medieval battle as far as what the weapons were able to do, what the formations were able to do. Yeah, that's it. Now decision, I guess I'll do balance and decision together. It is a bit of a challenge to figure out how to get decision, because it looks to me like you can pummel the enemy army and maybe, again, I'm guessing, not get actually any closer to victory. So I think you need to figure out maybe how to pummel the enemy in such a way that supports you in whatever it is that you have to do to win. I like that. It's definitely not as straightforward as you would think if you just try out the system, again, trying the first few turns of a battle. Very balanced. Wow, this is razor edge, I would say. Very, very balanced game design wise. I don't think that, I guess, okay, I'm not convinced that the historical battle was quite this balanced, but in game terms, I understand. Very balanced. Yeah, if you like balance, I think you're going to like this. The series rules, naturally the series rules have gone through so much use, review, update, and editing that the series rules are really very good. Interesting how I discovered that, and I think others have discovered this too, it's like, well, actually when you get to the scenario rules, scenario rules I guess you call them, or exclusive rules, whatever you want to call them, not necessarily as clear, but oh well. Just good all around. Solid play. I mean, I really want to play medieval battles, so hey, this is the way to do it. This is a very, very good, enjoyable way to do it.